Mother's Day is almost here. Well, Steven Singer Jewelers wants to help you tell moms in your life every single day how appreciated they are. He's introducing his brand new limited edition 24 karat gold dipped blue moon rose for Mother's Day. Skip the flowers that die in a week. These last forever. Steven Singer Jewelers signature gold dipped roses. They're real roses dipped in real 24 karat gold, and they're guaranteed to last a lifetime. Give her something she can look at and remember how loved she is all year long. Picture a brilliantly blue rose, bright blue rose with diamond-like sparkles. Blue roses symbolize rarity and admiration, which makes it the perfect gift to honor moms. This forever gift is a real long-stemmed rose, and it's dipped in 24 karat pure gold. I don't know how they do it. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger at the end of Terminator 2, I guess, but he does it. Steven has his full lifetime guarantee. It comes to you in an impressive gift box and your own personal Mother's Day note. Shipping's always complimentary. That means free, yes. Order now exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com. Hurry, because these will not be restocked and supplies are limited. Nothing says I love you like a real authentic Steven Singer 24 karat gold dipped rose that lasts forever. Only available from Steven Singer Jewelers in Philly or online at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Some things work better together, like NARS's Soft Matte Complete Concealer and Radiant Creamy Concealer. Soft Matte Complete Concealer erases and blurs imperfections with full coverage. Then, Radiant Creamy Concealer evens and brightens with a luxurious texture and radiant finish. 2 concealers, 1 flawless look. Perfect for a no-foundation base. NARS, better together. Visit Ulta to shop now.
Let's go to Drea de Matteo. How are you, dear?
Good. How are you? Is this Anthony?
This is Anthony. Yes, Anthony.
What's up, Anthony? How you doing?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's Tony. No, don't call me Tony. Tony's my uncle. Anthony's been my name forever and ever. Are you Dre or Drea? I've had the controversy in my ear for many, many years.
Isn't that annoying? Isn't
it
that the most?
is.
Just call me Dre, like Dr. Dre. Nice and easy.
Right? That's what I thought. I do my research. I make sure.
It's really Andrea.
You're right. So Dre, it would be Drea or whatever. It works.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. You could call me whatever you want. Just don't call me Collect. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I'm so 1970s, man.
Dre, so good to have you on the show. I know you must have done so many interviews about The Sopranos and whatnot, but first of all, no one knows more about it and is a bigger fan than me, which should be really annoying. But I'm also such a big fan that I know not to just bludgeon you with stupid Sopranos stuff. You've been there.
You can.
No.
I'm used to it. That's my job. I am the Mickey Mouse of The Sopranos. I'm the Minnie Mouse, I should say.
The Minnie Mouse. No, see, here's what I was saying earlier. Like, I think back to 1999, early 2000s, and I can't imagine, well, I can, because I have had some people do this, where people are asking you about what you did then. You know, oh, hey, that was great, or this. And you go, oh, my God, it was so long ago. But you got to kind of smile and nod, or else you're, a piece of crap.
I mean, I get to say, oh, well, back in 99, I was on this small TV show called The Sopranos. You might have heard of it. There's still billboards for it on Sunset Boulevard right now as we speak.
I am the worst when it comes to identifying something that's going to be a hit or not. And in 1999, I was doing radio at WNEW in New York City, and I'd walk around the streets of New York, and the bus boards just started coming up for The Sopranos. And it said The Sopranos and had the gun in there and everything. And then it said if one family doesn't kill him, the other one will. And I was like, what is this crap? This show is not going to last one season. What garbage. Because I hated the little tagline they did, like, oh, look out. The mob's going to get him if his wife doesn't. And it was presented kind of in a weird way. I don't think they sold it at least on that bus board as the show it became.
It happened so fast too.
Yeah,
oh my God,
yeah.
I remember you on NEW.
Yes.
That's That's 102.7, right?
Yeah, we were Opie and Anthony. We did the Whip 'em Out Wednesday thing, which ended up on one of the garbage trucks in an episode of The Sopranos. There was a big wow on the back when they blew up the garbage truck. So, yeah.
I grew up with that
was
station.
me.
I loved it so much back when things were just a little more rock and roll and way better.
Yes. Yeah, you're talking to a former aging shock jock, Trey.
Love it, man. I love it. Now it's just all saturated, watered down, clear. It's still Clear Channel. God knows what the hell it all is now.
It's all corporate, man. Man.
Rock and roll doesn't even exist anymore, man. We're going to need some aliens to come down and start making rock and roll cool again.
Well, speaking of rock and roll, Dre, I didn't even know who your husband was.
Oh, Mr. Robbie Stabler. He is the epitome of rock and roll. He's the shaman drummer.
Yes, the shaman drummer. You've gone out and actually been married, I guess, to a couple of musicians over the years.
I'm a professional groupie. You can add that to my resume, too. I swore this last time around I would never date another musician, but Robbie he won me over in the pandemic. That was the end of that.
Was that when that happened?
Yeah, he got stuck here when they shut the world down with me and my children, and I wake up and he's teaching my kids, homeschooling them. I was like, okay.
That's something that a mom looks at that just like falls instantly in love. It's a rom-com scene, for God's sake.
Yeah, waking up at 6 a.m. was not going to be for me. And now we've switched places. He wakes at 11 and now I'm up at 6 with the kids.
You were you were involved for a time, I see, with Michael, the bass player of Whitesnake. I love Whitesnake, but I don't want to bring up.
He's not in there anymore either, I don't think. I think that fell apart. A lot of things fell apart in the pandemic.
Well, Whitesnake has had as many members as Spinal Tap. They really have had quite a few members in there. But I still love David Coverdale. Was he nice to you? He
was awesome. I absolutely love him. He's fun. He was great. He allowed me to get engaged for the second time on his stage.
Oh, wow.
That happened. Anytime I've gotten engaged on stage, that ended up not becoming a good engagement.
Not working out. Yeah.
No.
The guy kind of
wouldn't dare.
tutoring your kids sounds like a much better husband or boyfriend.
That was the way.
Yeah. The similarity between, you with musicians and, of course, Adriana.
I know.
I got to ask you this. Did you like the Meow song? Come on.
Do you know that was the most, I had two moments in the show that were the most nerve-wracking for me. It was a Meow, and it was when I had to get on stage with the Crazy Horse and introduce a band.
Right.
That was me really on display, and those were the moments where I realized I'm not really a performer, man. Like, this isn't my bag.
Wow, because it wasn't like acting. It was just kind of, here's what I do, and I got to put it out there, your real self.
I mean, he wrote that. I didn't improvise that. There was nothing was ever improvised on the show. That was pure David Chase. They thought I was a cat on the show, and they went with it, and I had to meow for them.
That song was so bad.
I know. We were listening to Defiler, and I go, meow.
just terrible. Yours, of course, Adriana. And I was saying it earlier. One of the most, I guess, sympathetic characters. No one in the show, and I've watched it so many times over. You realize, like, no one in the show is innocent. There's just not really one person that is completely innocent in that show. Somebody's out for something. They're using people for something. But you obviously Adriana came across as very sweet, and it was kind of the worst scene ever to watch her demise there at the hands of Syl. But I guess, David played it out that way to make you more sympathetic than some of the other, especially the wives, Carmela and the rest of them.
I think she was a sacrificial lamb. And even though she was brassy and she would fight back, she never had an agenda, like even the kids. The kids even had a hustle.
Yes.
She never did. Like she really, and David said this to me too, she was pure love. Like she really only operated from a place of love. She would defend herself sometimes, but she was never leading with that type of agenda the way everybody else was. People sort of, they gave into a lot of stuff because they wanted certain things. She just wanted love and wanted to give love.
Yeah.
She's super innocent in that way. So when she dies, it's tragic because it changed the show in a way. Like you really got to see how that killing one of their own in that way without even a moment of questioning. And how impulsive it was. You really started to feel the animalistic nature of these men,
Dre, we're taking a quick break, but we'll come right back. I want to talk to you a little more if you can hang out a bit.
Yeah, I'm
Appreciate it. Okay, we'll be back with Drea de Matteo in moments. Anthony Cumia Show.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Mother's Day is almost here. Well, Steven Singer Jewelers wants to help you tell moms in your life every single day how appreciated they are. He's introducing his brand new limited edition 24-karat gold dipped blue moon rose for Mother's Day. Skip the flowers that die in a week. These last forever. Steven Singer Jewelers signature gold dipped roses. They're real roses dipped in real 24-karat gold, and they're guaranteed to last a lifetime. Give her something she can look at and remember how loved she is all year long. Picture a brilliantly blue rose, bright blue rose, with diamond-like sparkles. Blue roses symbolize rarity and admiration, which makes it the perfect gift to honor moms. This forever gift is a real long-stemmed rose, and it's dipped in 24-karat pure gold. I don't know how they do it. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger at the end of Terminator 2, I guess, but he does it. Steven has his full lifetime guarantee. It comes to you in an impressive gift box and your own personal Mother's Day note. Shipping's always complimentary. That means free, yes. Order now exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com. Hurry, because these will not be restocked and supplies are limited. Nothing says I love you like a real authentic Steven Singer 24-karat gold dipped rose that lasts forever. Only available from Steven Singer Jewelers in Philly or online at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Greg Kelly here with an urgent retirement warning. President Trump's return is set to usher in a new golden age, but growing trade tensions and China's ruthless attack on the dollar have rattled the markets. That's why Warren Buffett just dumped $133 billion in stocks. And so too have Jeff Bezos, Larry Page, and even Jamie Dimon, CEO of the world's largest bank. That's why thousands of informed IRA and 401k savers are now shielding their savings with gold. And the experts at Colonial Metals Group are the only folks I trust to help you to do the exact same thing, especially now after Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki warned of a coming market crash. So visit freegoldguide.com/Kelly or call 800-655-5186. You'll get a free gold guide on how to bulletproof your wealth with gold tax-free. Plus, see if you qualify for a free home safe and as much as $7,500 in free silver. Once again, that's freegoldguide.com/Kelly.
This shrimp and coconut sauce is divine. What's your secret?
Goya coconut milk.
How does it taste so good?
It's all in that real coconut flavor and that rich, creamy texture.
What about thickeners and added sugars?
None. Just smooth, coconutty goodness.
What can I make with it?
From curries to sweet treats like coconut flan, the possibilities are endless.
Goya coconut milk. Take your cooking to the next level. No question about it. Find it in the Goya section of your local grocery store. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
Roger Stone here with an urgent warning. While we celebrate Trump's historic win, inflation continues to drain your IRA and 401k. And China is now targeting your money with a kill shot on the U.S. dollar. That's why thousands of Americans are shielding their savings with gold and contacting the experts at Colonial Metals Group. Gold has protected American wealth through every financial war. For a free 2024 gold guide that explains everything, go to freegoldguide.com/stone or call 800-747-6589. So go to freegoldguide.com/stone or call call 800-747-6589. That's 800-747-6589 for a free 2024 Gold Guide to learn how you can protect your life's work, and if you qualify for a free home safe and up to $7,500 in free silver right now. That's freegoldguide.com/stone.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Yes, the Anthony Cumia Show. We're back with Drea de Matteo, Adriana, of course, from The Sopranos. You were also on Sons of Anarchy, which another just graphically violent show.
That I like to call that one Diet Sopranos. Even though it was more violent, it was still Diet Sopranos kind of emotionally in a way.
Right. It was more, I think, less real deep storytelling and more just cracking heads open and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, they took that to the nth degree, but they didn't really go there with this sort of tragedy. It was tragic, but a different kind of tragedy. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. TV has gotten so different from obviously the Sopranos days and a lot of other shows. It was must-watch viewing when it happened. You know, Sunday night, everybody sat in front of that TV with their family, or and you watched the Sopranos and you talked about it the next day. And if you missed it, you were screwed. You know, you were it was gonna get spoiled. It took a little bit before you could see it again. How do you think that affects how people watch stuff these days?
Oh, man. I mean, again, innocence just gone. You know, like people getting together and sitting around. I mean, The Sopranos was an event. You know, people would sit around and order all kinds of Italian food. It was like, mozzarella Sundays. It was Sunday dinner. So it was such a social time. Mm-hmm. And I feel like everything has I feel like it was the beginning of this beautiful era of television, and it was also the end at the same time. Yeah. Because once we opened that door, it opened the door to, fantastic television, and then all of a sudden television became king over films. And then the streaming started. You know, it was like what we were going through with the music industry, with LimeWire and like all of these things that were happening back then. And then the streamers took place, and it's just sort of, I don't understand it right now. We're in a weird time. I feel like the only hope we have for entertainment, aside from what we just went through in the last 4 years, and art is dead over the whole woke agenda. I feel like the indie film is going to reemerge. TV needs to take a break, man. And
Isn't
the
that
indie
something?
film needs to come back.
Yeah, it is similar to music in that way, because everybody wonders what happened to, the indie bands. And like we saw in the 90s, obviously, out of the hair metal days and into grunge, like it's just some young people in a garage somewhere with their idea of what entertainment is in their field. And I think, movies and TVs need that. Streaming has just kind of gotten where they'll give you maybe one good season and then just pump garbage out because you're hooked on the one season.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's like we're living during the most lazy, and now we have the Gen Z kids. And, I'm always lecturing my own son. I'm like, man, you can't take the easy way out. I mean, I know we've all figured out that school's an indoctrination situation, but we also have to still try to thrive under pressure, challenges, and try to make cool stuff again. Like this is now everything's watered down. Everybody flips an auto-tune on. TV shows are terrible. Everything looks like this ugly video. It's not even like a cool VHS vibe. We got this like high def, ultra realistic. There's no
I like
imagination.
grain. I like film grain. What happened to that? You watch things that they look like soap operas. Yeah, everything looks like a soap opera now. I got to say, one of my favorite lines, why don't you go horn a house? I like that one.
Which one? What is it?
Why don't you go horn a house?
I forgot forgot that one.
That one's great. Also, you want me to make you some scrambled eggs? I like that one. So, and then
she could have said anything with that accent.
It was just perfect. And then Christopher went. One of the worst scenes was, "You never told me you were damaged goods." That was brutal.
Uterus.
That was brutal. Yeah, you always seem to, like, the second you got happy, you just got screwed over somehow. Like in the same episode, back to back like that. It was amazing. So I won't even ask you about the last episode aside from where were you when you watched it? And did you go like, because I talked to Vincent Curatola and he's like, we didn't know that was going to happen.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was watching it with a house full of people. We had a big Sunday event at my house. I don't know if I was pregnant yet or something, but I wasn't on the show for a year, I think, at that point. So I wasn't really in touch with all my buddies. And the minute my TV went out, I called one of my best friends who was the production assistant on the show. And I'm like, yo,
Trey, could you hang for one more break? We got to go take a break quick for the network. Can you?
Okay.
We'll be right back. Anthony Cumia.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Janine Pirro here with an urgent warning. While we celebrate Trump's historic win, inflation continues to drain your IRA and 401k. And China is now targeting your money with a kill shot on the dollar. That's why thousands of Americans are shielding their savings with gold and contacting the experts at Colonial Metals Group. For a free 2024 gold guide that explains everything, go to freegoldguide.com/Pirro, Pirro, or call 800-965-8004. Don't let America's enemies ruin this victory and steal your retirement money. The experts at Colonial Metals Group are the only folks that I trust to bulletproof your wealth in gold. Go to freegoldguide.com/Pirro or call 800-965-8004. 800-965-8004 for a free 2024 gold guide to learn how you can protect your life's work and if you can qualify for a free home safe and up to $7,500 in free silver now. freegoldguide.com/Pirro.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistant's assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Yes, we're back. Sorry to make you wait there, Dre. If she's still there. Anthony Cumia Show, of course. Dre?
Hi.
Hi, you're back. Sorry to make you wait. You know how it is. It's like old school, the commercials and things, breaks. Not like a podcast. I've enjoyed podcasting over the past few years, but, back on broadcast radio, as they say.
I like it.
Yeah, it's nostalgic. You were talking about your reaction to the screen going black when you had a room full of people, I guess, and you were all
I didn't believe. I was like, this is a mistake. There's a problem. There's a glitch. So I just called the people from the production to give me the ending so I could tell everybody in the house how it ended. And they were like, that is the ending. And immediately I was like, that's genius. I didn't even think for a minute that it wasn't. I was like, because if they would have killed him, they would have been pissed. The whole world would have been pissed. And if they would have let him live, the whole world would have been pissed because there were still haters back then.
Yep.
And they would have been flexing their hate either way. So this way it was some abstract ending, and it was the best water cooler moment of all time because that show was known for sitting around the water cooler and talking about it.
Yeah, it was in hindsight, watching the entire series numerous times and picking it apart and going over it, it really is the only way that could have ended. And oddly enough, with satisfying everybody, like you just put it, you'd think everyone was unsatisfied without a nice bow tied around it, but it just, it was perfect. That was the perfect way to end that run. Just amazing.
I think he said that he dies. I think David Chase, in his mind, that was his ending. But I don't really know if that's even true because I haven't seen those interviews.
Yeah, I don't even go over it with people because it's, it wasn't written that way, and everything was written. So people go, well, what would you think if they were real people? It's like, yeah, they weren't. So it's kind of silly, to think. I saw you on Robert and Jamie Lynn's show, their podcast.
Uh-oh. I always say the wrong thing on that one.
No, it's awesome. I think they are so cool. It's so amazing that they are really best of friends. And
know.
It's like some kind of weird comfort thing for fans of the show. It's like, oh, they hang out even off of their podcast. They have lives together. They're very dear friends with each other.
They're brother and sister. Like, they really are brother and sister. He's always there at her house. He moved to where she's living, a whole other state. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's so
they
cool.
adore each other. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is like, it's almost like the sequel, like the brother and sister got out there and they're doing stuff. And
the way he is with her when she, I was behind them at an autograph signing, and she was having a hard time walking, and the way he just sort of props her up and just makes sure that she's okay.
Yeah,
it's really beautiful. It makes me cry every time.
Yeah, they love each other like brother and sister. Yeah. It's awesome. It really is. You obviously have a political take that isn't quite what Hollywood likes or goes by or hires people with. Do you feel you've lost work because of your political ideology?
Well, I know that I kind of just removed myself right at the head of the pandemic when I knew I wasn't going to get vaccinated. So I knew that was going to be either debanking, it would be a blacklist situation. Yeah. I saw that coming from a mile away. So, I got dropped by everybody. I held out to see if something would change, but no, the agency dropped me without a phone call. Just all that kind of wicked Hollywood BS. But and it wasn't like I was working like crazy. The particular people would find me and want me to do their show. So that was the way I always sort of maneuvered. It was never, I wasn't a real career actor. I just did it when I had to. Like whenever I needed a paycheck is when I would go for it. But then when all of a sudden knowing that wasn't going to be the case, like I couldn't just snap my fingers and say, okay, I'm ready to do a little something to pay the bills. And knowing that I could no longer do it, that was a really rude awakening.
Well, obviously entertainment, it's all ebbs and flows. You're working, then you're not, and you wonder if you'll ever work again. But when you're being blackballed or blacklisted because of your ideology or affiliation or guilt by association, whatever it is, you kind of know it.
I heard one actor who's one of the prominent conservatives out there, and I'm still a crazy liberal. It's just that I just don't believe in BS. I believe in the truth, and the truth was just leaning to the right for a minute, so they tagged me, as whatever, because everybody has to have a damn pronoun these days. And my pronoun is just we the people and get off the back.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not red or blue or any of this, BS. But I forgot what I was even going to say.
The vaccine thing was big. That was a big turning point with a lot of people. I didn't take it.
Yeah.
I lied about it. I used a fake thing to get into places, and
me too.
I just was not going to do that.
My daughter, when I realized I was going to lose my house, because that's really where it went.
Oof.
When I realized things were getting that bad, I said, babe, I got to take a job. She's like, I don't want you to use that card, though, for the job. It's one thing for a restaurant. It's one thing to get us into a restaurant or a theater thing or something. But to go work and you with your big mouth, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get caught. She's like, you don't know how to lie. And I was like, you're right. I don't know how to lie. And I wouldn't have felt good about it. So I just didn't do it. So I basically just removed myself. So I don't really know if I would have gotten a job or not. I just I did have to say no to a lot of little things that came up that could have kept us afloat. It really just pushed me into, it was like being under so much pressure that I had to make moves that I never thought I would make. And I made some wild moves, man. And in those wild moves, I ended up becoming like the voice of, one, like the 0 percentile of Hollywood that would actually speak out against it. Aside from comedians are the trailblazers. They always were. They always will be. They speak the truth. I don't know.
Some of them are jerk offs too. Trust me.
Yeah, well, they might all be jerk offs, but at least they. but maybe they were the only ones that were.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't know if I'm trying so hard not to curse because I don't know if I'm on the radio right now.
I know. It's crazy, right? I was doing podcasting for 10 years, and I say F is every other word out of my mouth in my normal life. So radio is kind of a weird thing for me too. But I get that. The whole time where they were forcing people to get vaccinated to just live their lives and work. I was so lucky because I was running my own business, podcasting business at the time. So I didn't have a boss or anyone to tell me I needed to take that shot to earn a living. And for people like you to have to do that, that was, I think, the most tyrannical I've ever seen this country.
Same. It was a game changer. And once you kind of see it at that level and really, take it in, you can't unsee that. And I think that's what changed me completely. And then all of a sudden, I'm just out there talking about this stuff, I never even felt like, I never did that much press for any shows I was on. And now here I am on the news every day. I was like the go-to for Fox to bash on celebrities, talking about politics. I'm like, how did I ever end up here? I didn't even pay attention in history class. And here I am now knowing everything about the history between Ukraine and Russia or just, I don't know, Mao Zedong. Like all of a sudden I am so immersed into the history. I'm on aliens at this point because I'm like, what else can I find out?
I know
how much we've been lied to.
Yeah, I've been taking a few calls tonight on conspiracies and whatnot. And boy, I used to be so believing and trusting in the government and everything. I would argue with people like, no, they wouldn't do that. And now I feel like an idiot because it's just been proven that, God, we're lied to constantly.
Yeah, I trusted the liberal government. I trusted the Democrats. I was like, get the Bushes out of here. Meanwhile, once you have Liz Cheney and all of those, all of them, I was like, Jesus, wow. And no one is noticing what's going on here, the level of total horse, happening. Like, I just couldn't believe it. So now this is my life. I don't even have interest in acting anymore. I don't even want to make believe anymore. Like, I feel like things are so dire and crucial, but not like in a scary way. I feel like it's time for there to be a grand awakening. And I don't mean woke. I mean like,
just open your eyes. It's it's pretty
magical.
The Matrix gets more realistic every time you
I know,
watch
man.
it,
and it's a trip. And it's interesting. And people are afraid because they're afraid of what's happening. And I'm like, don't be afraid, man. Like, just open up to it and kind of ease into it and try to evolve through it a little bit, because I think that's what the message is, really.
Yeah. You still doing OnlyFans? Because that got a lot of heat.
Well, that's what pressurized me into areas where I was like, holy cow, I would never get naked on television.
Right.
Ever. I had a no nudity clause, and now I'm on a site that is, a pornographic site. My page is a fan page. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Adriana La Cerva's fan page. I never put a picture of myself on Instagram in a bikini back when I, started social media. Everyone else does. These girls, all these actresses. I've never seen more selfies and more self-adulation in my life. I was like, wait a minute, I can make money posting pictures like all of these sort of starlets and old-timers like J-Lo and everybody. I'm like, but I can just do this and get paid for it because I'm Adriana from the Sopranos.
Yeah. Well, Dre, all we had was screenshots from the tennis court or the leopard dress, or when you picked up Christopher when he was in the neck brace, or
and now that's me every day on OnlyFans in my underwear. Some old lady, it's granny porn.
Oh, please. I love it. Dre, thanks so much for popping on and talking with me, man. I'm a huge fan, appreciate what you do, and we need more people that are open-minded and willing to speak out like you have.
Don't forget to promote my brand ULTRAFREE, because that's really what we're doing.
Do it up. Give it the big plug.
Free speech. It's kind of funny, and it's all about freedom and we the people. It takes no sides, not liberal, not conservative, and it's really just about getting back to just feeling free again. And it's called ULTRAFREE, and you can find it on I'm shadow banned on Instagram, so it'd be awesome if you push through it. And then on Twitter, we're on Twitter and Instagram. ULTRAFREE.co is the website. Mm-hmm. And we make cool gun necklaces and T-shirts and hats and all that sort of stuff.
Cool. Very nice.
Bring rock and roll back.
Yep. Bring rock and roll back. Bring movies and TV back. Thanks so much, Trey. I appreciate
Thanks for having me.
You coming on with me, man. Be well.
Thanks for having me.
Take it easy.
Larry Kudlow here with an urgent warning. While we celebrate Trump's historic win, inflation continues to drain your IRA and 401k. And China is now targeting your money with a kill shot on the dollar. That's why thousands of Americans are shielding their savings with gold and contacting the experts at Colonial Metals Group. Gold has protected American wealth through every financial war. For a free 2024 gold guide that explains everything, please go to freegoldguide.com/Kudlow or just call 800-621-3908. The experts at Colonial Metals Group are the only folks I trust to help you bulletproof your wealth with gold. Go to freegoldguide.com/Kudlow or just call 800-621-3908. That's 800-621-3908 for a free 2024 gold guide to learn how you can protect your life's work, and if you qualify for a free home safe and up to $7,500 in free silver right now. Freegoldguide.com/Kudlow.